So I meant
Cut.
to tell
So I know we just saw each other. Well, actually,
Sure.
first of all, oh Lord, happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day and happy Women's History Month.
Yes. I love
Yes,
I love
making
that.
it every day.
There should be something going on every month. It's like last month. What's Melanated March as well.
Sure, sure,
Because
sure. It
we didn't
carries
feel
over.
like Black History Month hit what it needed to. So it's Melanated March. We'll keep going, see what else comes
Sure.
about. But yes, first I meant to tell you that first I'm trying to read more.
Ooh.
I don't read. Uh, but then I was due to not reading, I was on YouTube and I saw a clip from the movie The Time Traveler's Wife, Rachel McAdams and the guy that played the Hulk the one time.
Yes.
Bruce,
Banner.
nope, I was going to say Bruce Banner, but isn't that the Hulk's name?
Like Eric, is it Eric
It
Bana?
is. Yes, 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 yes. I was like, Bruce Banner, I think, is the Hulk.
So that's
That's the character.
yes.
But basically, he had met his wife in a field in the clip. And then he woke up in bed with his wife at the time. And he's like, oh, I was in a field with you. She was a little girl and she was jealous of my wife, which was her. So it's like they know each other kind of, but on all these different timelines. And it'll randomly happen. Like in what I read so far, he'll just wake up naked somewhere.
Mhm.
And he's like, God, I hope I don't get arrested this time. But in
This time.
every instance, which I love the most, is that he's always hoping in some way they come back to each other. And how it reads so far, it's like Claire's perspective and then his perspective. So I'm like, I was getting into it. But then
Yeah.
I have to like find a time where I'm like, I'm reading because there was only one book that I did that with that I was just like locked in and I finished it.
Which one was
Um,
that?
The Perfect Father.
Oh.
It was,
Oh, yes. Mhm.
but I don't want to spend too much time talking about that.
No,
But
no, no.
true crime like usually has me like locked in. But yeah, I'm interested in The Time Traveler's Wife, and now I have Heated Rivalry. So
Mhm.
I have these books. It's like, do people typically read books in tandem? Like I'm in this book. I don't want to start like the stories are confusing. My dreams are already insane.
Ugh. Wait, that's unraveling in a whole different direction.
Mm.
But to your first point, yes. Um, I mean, I got kind of crazy reading books, a bunch of books at the same time last year. It got a little overwhelming because I was reading like 3 books at a time, and I didn't finish a few of them because I was like, sometimes it doesn't stick." But it's like watching a bunch of TV shows at once.
Oh,
I feel
which I
like you
don't
align the
do.
plots in your mind. You don't?
Not like new ones at the same time.
Mm,
Like when I was
mm.
watching Bridgerton, I was
Yeah,
watching Bridgerton. I didn't watch anything else. I just watched Bridgerton. And
yeah.
Heated Rivalry, I just watched that. And I didn't
Interesting.
I I guess I like to lock in on whatever story I have, the plot, so I can be like I like afterwards try to like analyze and understand it. But usually if it's something new, I'm not doing two things or multiple things at once.
That's interesting. I mean, I like to juggle, but I get that because it can get. I don't even know that although it can get confusing. Accidentally started 2 books about women in Paris.
Oh, that
Foolish.
would get
Yeah,
confusing.
I had to stop one. I was like, I'll finish this first.
Mhm.
But I was nervous. I was like, can I read multiple books again? And Corey was like, you can do whatever you want. I was like, so mad I have to finish this book before I can start another one. He's like, why? Why do you have to
The
do
great
that?
thing about being a grown-up is free will. I
Do
like to
whatever you
remind myself
want.
of that often. It's like, "Should I have pasta for breakfast? Wait a minute.
I'm gonna
I
do it.
can. I
I'm gonna
can
do it.
with whatever I want on it." So, yeah, I meant to tell
Yeah.
you that I was reading The Time Traveler's Wife, started getting into it. Now I have Heated Rivalry. Maybe this is the time where I can try 2 completely different stories, both about love and, the yearning for someone, different timelines and everything like that.
Hmm.
But, yeah, it's just hard for me to read. I can read. I can read. I just
She can read.
yeah, I can read. It's it's not like, "So what do you like to do?" read.
Yeah, I
But
do.
this is all deeply rooted in my childhood, where but about why I don't like to read because I was really into the book holes, and then someone stole the plot from me entirely,
Oh,
and then just
right.
kind of ruined reading. So it all goes back to moments like that. So
I forgot about that. I'm
so I'm trying to
sorry.
unwind that.
The
But
interesting
yeah,
thing is you taught me how to read,
oh,
so you started my reading journey. You gotta get back on your own.
you're right. Because I do like just reading. It feels good not to hold my phone, uh,
Yes.
and hold a book. I know, a Kindle, I was thinking about that, but I like the tangible book. You know,
Mhm.
Carrie's like, she's sniffing books and stuff.
It's
Like,
nice.
my book is, used, gently used, so
Mm.
it did have someone's name in it, and then they highlighted certain portions, which were
That's fun.
confusing.
It's kinda like
But
reading with a friend.
yes, it was
A
from
secret friend
Thrift.
across time.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I just like to play with timelines, which is kinda crazy. Yeah.
I have a suggestion. Well,
Mhm.
it's a two-parter. So does Jamar like to read?
We have books.
He can read. I ask because,
Uh, I feel
when I
like
was
it's not his
talking
top activity. It's not to read.
I get that, yeah. When I was
Mm.
talking to, Booka, our grandmother, she was saying that she and our grandfather Hockey would, in the evening, get a tray of snacks, make themselves a cocktail, and sit down with a stack of books and just hang
That
out
sounds
and read, and I
lovely.
think being next to each other helps because, like, you could even read out loud to each other if you wanted to, or even, like, talk about the books you're reading and eat your
Yes.
snackies, like,
I
then it's more of an
did
active thing.
I agree, and also reading aloud, I like to do. I forget
Same.
who I was telling I was telling my coworker, I was like, "I like to read out loud, but I don't want it to sound like, you know, I'm practicing."
Some people have to practice, and you
But
can do whatever
it's
you want.
and it's fine, but I just like to read it aloud. I just sometimes I do that with my emails too, because then I
Mm,
can adjust the tone and then it turns into an actual activity. Like reading is an activity, but for
sure.
me, when it's like sound and I'm like saying these words, like the beginning part that I said to you, I read it
Mhm.
out loud to him. Jalen was there, but he was like in his own world with something. So he's like not listening. He's like, oh, mommy's just yapping again. But Jamar was listening. I read the author's forward and then like the prologue. And I was like,
Mm,
started chapter one. I was like, should I keep going? Keep reading. He's like, yeah, sure. Just keep reading out loud. So
that's
yeah.
nice. Some people
Yeah.
read I mean, I can't remember what age this really starts with, but reading chapter books with their children, especially, like, with how strong Jalen's memory is, I know a lot of what he's about is the pictures, even though he really does flip through a book, like, with the swiftness, like, he loves the
Yes.
words of it all, so it's like,
He does.
he might
Yeah.
enjoy, like, a light touch chapter book of, like, continued story within the next year or so, you know, because like, that's so fun, like, people that start to read, like, Harry Potter with their kids, and they're like,
Yes. Yeah.
next chapter," like, I love that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
We started reading that, The Three Little Pigs, the real story.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he likes that one, even though it's like, I feel like it's for an older child, but he sits
Definitely.
there and listens. He really just loves the Chinny Chin Chin.
Sure.
He loves that who doesn't love a Chinny Chin
Who
Chin?
among us? Yeah. Ooh, my chinny chin chin.
But yeah, I'm I guess I'm getting into books.
Look at you getting into books. Hey, I love it. Books are really I love to read.
Yeah, I just
Ask me something. I
I do
love
love
to
to go to a
read.
bookstore, get a book, but then the activity of going home and reading said book ends up being difficult for me, and I don't know
Mm.
why, but I do love the adventure of searching for a book, like the bookstores we've been to, Bookstore Cat in New Orleans, like
Mhm.
all of that. I love the energy of a bookstore,
Yeah.
but then I just gotta lock in. I think I need to just separate that whole piece of like, you can create your own story. This is your story, and don't tell anybody you're reading it because they'll try to take it
Yeah.
and ruin it
Ooh,
for you.
I'm so sorry that happened to
Me
your
too.
what my fondest reading memory thing is when we would go down the shore when we were children,
That's when
and
it
we would on,
happened.
like, a rainy not since the incident. We would go to the bookstore on the boardwalk on a
Mm.
rainy day, and we
Those
would
oh,
buy a
my
bunch of
favorite.
books, and we'd
Yes.
get, like, sandwiches, and we'd go back to the shore house and just, like, have an afternoon of, like, reading and eating
Yes.
sandwiches.
I
So
agree.
lovely. So such a
Yeah.
peaceful family activity.
Yeah.
When sometimes I can't remember who I told that to, and they're like, that's really wholesome. I was like, "Oh, oh, I
Oh,
didn't
I thought it was
realize."
just my life,
It
my
just seemed
life.
like a nice thing to do, which honestly, this is a bit of a non sequitur, but it's not, and it's kind of like on a thread of relatability.
Mhm.
Sister, sister,
Yeah. Oh,
Tia and
wait.
Tamara.
Well, yes, but did you mean to tell me anything?
I meant to tell you that I keep rewatching that clip of them eating Nilla wafers and cheese on Sister, Sister. It just
Who
keeps
would eat
coming back.
that?
Ooh, new Nilla and cheese can be so tasty. I love it so much, and I showed that clip to Corey, and I was just really talking about the
Yeah.
relatability of Tia and Tamara at that time, and he's like, "Sure, suburban black girls," and I was like, "Well, it was representation I didn't know that I was missing between them and Raven Simone." I was like, the fashion, the hair, the family dynamics. It was just like,
Family,
this
yes.
feels correct to me, and it feels,
Mhm.
oh, I wanted their hair, especially when they go, "Sister,
Silk
sister."
the silk press era is still unmatched, unmatched. When oh my gosh, because that happened in high school,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure. But just yeah, seeing these girls that are like y'all, but and also with black boyfriends and black parents, it was just amazing to see black friends.
Yeah.
Like they just, it was incredible that this what a time to be alive to experience that television, like sister sister
Fantastic.
and Raven.
It's like Raven in all of her outfits. I wrote about this in one of the first, iterations of my Substack
Mm.
about, like, I think it's, like, Remember Me Fashionable, and I just, the looks that she was turning were just so creative and so fun, and this is when it's like, I would go to school wearing a dress with tights and boots, and people would be like, "Where are you going?" "Where am I going?" "Here. I'm here."
I'm here living this life. This is where I
I
am.
I wanted
Why
to
don't
look
you meet
good.
me?
What
Mm-mm.
the what the heck? It's just, like, so it, like, always drove me so wacky, but she was so funny, and she looked like you, I mean, you, Aunt Nikki, like, she looked like
Oh yeah.
the young ladies in my life, and I was like, "That's, I know them, and my sister's funny too," and it's just
She was
so
so
good.
silly, so silly. I just love her, the like, the comedy of her, like, just not afraid to fall over. It was very,
Yeah.
I was, like, trying to think of, like, Lu modern day Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball was one of the
Very.
first, television actresses to do that, that slapstick comedy and stuff, and then to see a black woman also being so silly and ridiculous, just
Mhm.
I feel like I was like, "Oh, I can just keep this up and people will eat it up. Eat it."
And
Right.
they do, down to the babies.
It's
They
so
eat
oh,
it up.
man. He loves the silly. He
He
really
loves
does.
it.
He loves it. I do
It's
so many
just so good.
different voices and yeah, it's just fun t it's watching, The Game and Wendy Raquel Robinson, Tia was impersonating her as Melanie. She was like, s trying to act like her, and she was like, "God, is that how I sound? I'm a cartoon character." Corey even said that about me. He said he's like, "You're like a cartoon character." It's like
Very.
in a good way. It's like I'm just I don't know. It's just a lot of energy, and I just try to put it out in the most positive way. And being silly, comedy is just it brings people together. I
Mhm.
feel.
Gets the
Yeah.
people going. Everybody
Make it.
loves a silly, and, like,
I
being
agree.
comfortable enough to be the person to say the silly thing is just so fun because I'm sure in some part of all of our brains, we're thinking that silly thing, like,
Mhm.
I'd love to say it. I'd love to say something goofy. Are you kidding me? Like, one of the first times that we hung out with just you, me, and Corey, and we were
Yeah.
at the Christmas market in Philly, and we
Mhm.
started doing a little Tweedledee scurry about, and he had this video of us, it's like, my word, just silly bills, grown adults in public prancing,
Why not?
prancing. I
Because we
come on,
can.
because I'm physically able in this moment, and I'm filled with the urge to do such, and therefore I'm going to do such. Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
But I like just do like it happens. I think it happened to you once. It's definitely happened with other people where you say something and maybe you don't want to be loud about it and like say the joke like you're afraid to
Mhm.
say it and then I hear it and I'm like I'm gonna deliver this and I say it and then it's like it's like that's my joke. I'm like well you could have said the joke but you didn't say the joke. Ah,
Sometimes I
I
don't feel safe to be silly enough. And that's
oh,
why
listen, you should feel safe to be silly.
I do majority of the time. That's why I love my home because I feel like this is like the silly like we want to get on the wall something on the wall that says stay silly because that's just what we're about.
It
Just
gets, like,
do the
on my
silly
arm.
thing. Like we
Mhm.
argue sometimes in a way that's like, and how dare you? Like
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
part of the reason that I'm so excited to have a child because I want just the silly to billow out of
That's
here.
oh
Like
my gosh. Yes.
I told my
Yeah.
friends the other day, I was like, "Oh yeah, growing up, my I didn't realize my parents said silly things until I like started saying them to other people, and they're like what? How silly could it get?" I was like, "Oh, like feety dadas. Are your feety dadas cold? Yeah,
It's
a little cold." It's
it's a
like, yeah, we
little,
we get home from somewhere and we say home again, jiggity jig.
Well, because like our dad had like the 3 box VHS of the Three Stooges. He
Mhm.
loves Looney Tunes. Goofy is his favorite Disney character.
Mhm.
I feel like it was just from jump the silly.
Oh my
Lock in.
goodness. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Like just be silly. Which it makes I was thinking about Mills and Cheese again because like the silliness of Jackie and Jennifer Lewis, but
Mhm.
they have these like so silly, like hilarious sides, but they're also these like strong, formative women that are like have been in our lives for forever, as long as I can
Mhm.
remember. But they've shown us that look, you can be a strong black woman, but also have this like very, very silly side. Like, and also maybe even make your I mean, using your funny to get through trauma and certain things
Mhm.
like that. It's like honing in on humor. Sometimes it just helps. It's very helpful.
Well, it's like if I mean, agreed, 100%. And I love when people say that like true humor comes from so much intelligence because and it's
Yeah.
not even like there's no like book smart, it's not based in academics. It's like literally like reading a vibe, reading an energy, being present in a conversation enough to say the funny thing that you know everybody's going to get and everybody that's been in tuned to this is going to like kiki and giggle at the funny that you just made because you're present and you're smart enough to clock the moment, which is
Yeah.
like such a fun little thing to be able to do. And I feel the same way about Kim Whitley
Yes.
and
She gets mixed up with Jack A all the
Tisha
time.
Campbell. Yes,
Tisha?
yeah. Tisha Campbell.
Tisha? Tisha?
No,
Wait,
where's your J? She's not here, baby.
she's right here. He
You Mr. Wiggins? It's
could not have picked
crazy.
anybody better to
No.
play J. Kyle. She was so funny. I was actually thinking about because I was making pancakes this morning. So
Uh-oh.
I was thinking about that show and I was telling Jalen about my
Sure.
wife and kids and everything. And I wanted to cook it in the middle. It's like old batter ball over here. That Betty White episode was something else.
Oh
And
my gosh.
she still another comedian. It was just like the humor of bringing her in and but yeah, Tisha has made me laugh for quite
Quite
some
some
time
time.
without even trying. Like her panicked, like her facial expressions are so animated. I think
Yeah.
that also makes a key to the humor, like you said, the wit that people may have when you're telling a certain joke or adding some humor to a conversation. I feel like your facial expressions also tie into that. Like if you're super dry with it, it's like you don't know if it'll land exactly how you want
Yeah.
it to. But if you're like saying however you want, like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's perfect, perfect.
It's perfection, yeah. Just surrounded by so many comedic role models, and
Mhm.
it's so fascinating.
Quinta.
I like Quinta. Now don't get me started now, because
I can't
it's
because
the part of it is how short she is. I that is a big piece of it because I'm like, I I feel like I'm using a lot of I statements, but this is how I feel. But,
which is you say
I've often been told to take up more space, to, like, really make my
yes.
presence known, and it's just not something I often feel the need to do because when I see people that do that, it seems like they need to do that. Like, they need people to know they're present, they need people to know they're funny, they need to make an impact on the space in a
I
way that they
see.
need like, people have to walk away and say, "Yeah, remember you met so and so?" And that's not how I like to roll. And I feel like that's Quinta.
Yeah.
I feel like her humor, her wit is so powerful, but also delivered in such a way that you're like, "Ah, she's funny." None of it's overbearing, and, like, she can be.
Mhm.
She can go big, she can go small because she's so talented, but, like, it's all just so natural
It's that
that
intelligent wit. Like, it's just
her presence is
yeah.
known, and she doesn't have to make a big stink about it. She just is
Mhm.
there, and you're like, "Thank goodness." Like,
Yeah,
wow,
I
fantastic.
my most recent, favorite Abbott clip is the guy that was eating the sardines outside. He's like, "I was leaving it out for the cat." He's like, "Hey, man, my girlfriend thinks you're a cat.
Crazy.
Don't chase him
Did you meet
away."
did you meet the cat? Yes.
Yes, just keep it alive for her, please.
Crazy.
Oh, but so
Crazy
good.
town.
So much talent in comedy. Like,
Mhm.
and even people like maybe didn't think they could be comedic and they just are without even trying. Cheryl Lee Ralph is another person. They're just like, oh my gosh, just having that intelligence, that wit. If you're like that in real life, like naturally, just quick and
Mhm.
smart, intellectual, observant, you
Mhm.
can turn that into very strong humor. And the because I feel like you need it for comedic timing as well in order to like hit the beat right when you need to without a cue. Like people who also do improv are like super smart. Like
My
yeah,
word.
because you have to like lock in with that for real.
With, like,
Yeah.
everyone. You gotta read
With
the space
everyone.
so comfortably of just, like
Yeah.
that's like I almost when you said comedic timing so important, I wanted to cut in and make a joke there as poor comedic timing, but even I couldn't come up with it that I like, it wasn't hitting, and I was like, "Nah, the moment's passing by." But, like,
Yeah.
when you're sharp like that, which not to bring it back, but that's partially why I love Connor's story so much because
Oh my god.
he's trained in he's a literal trained clown and
Yeah.
like trained in like improv and it's like that is such a specific muscle to know when to jump in and do the thing that's gonna like some people the concept of like a class clown in any setting like work or even a friend group where someone again needs to show that they are funny
Right.
instead of
It's usually
waiting for the
not
moment.
funny. It's usually not funny.
It's usually not funny at all. And it's like if you had better timing, you would have waited and it would have dropped and we all would have appreciated that you said it. We would have cracked up and it wouldn't have been like, "Hey, we get it, you're funny." Like,
Like, the
"Oh."
people in my yearbook that were a class clown, I was like, "I've never heard this person say anything funny. Anything funny. At least not funny to
Interesting.
me." I just swear it's not my humor. I
Never
don't
heard
you
it.
you know who you are. I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. I hope you're well, but you were funny.
You were funny. Have you ever heard that people say that, like, a lot of comedians don't laugh at things, they just say, "That's so funny."
Yeah.
Like, people who are really funny or appreciate really good humor no, not obviously nothing's universal, but I find myself doing that often, like, if I
Like,
see
that's
something, I'll
so
laugh, but I'll
funny.
be like, "That's hilarious.
Yes, yeah,
That's
I do
really
that too.
funny."
I
Yeah.
do like that's it's just say, "Yeah, that's really funny." That's yeah.
That's
If something
great.
makes me like guffaw, like I'm gonna need to get in there. I'm gonna need to be a part of this. I need to be involved in this somehow. Let me
What's
just
going on over here?
what y'all talking about? What's
Y'all
going on?
laughing?
Y'all laughing? Can I
Y'all
join?
laughing? I'll do that. Sometimes that's how I'll make friends at work is I'll hear people laughing about something nearby, and I'll just kinda be like, "What's going on over here?" Or like, "Oh, you guys are having a
This
good time." It's nice.
this happened to me last week in the office. Like our separate we're separate spaces, separate
Mm.
teams entirely. And in the office, usually a lot of us don't interact, but my one coworker was telling this story about spirits and ghosts and everything. She's like, now I don't believe in ghosts, or one of the other people was saying, I don't believe in ghosts. But she's like, I was in my bed and somebody sat on the bed and like I sensed that. And then somebody was like, are you sure? Like, it wasn't like you just kind of, because she's like, I know what I saw. I'm like, I have to, I have to sit down and understand this. And like, somebody's like, the ghosts are traveling through the Wi-Fi. What is Wi-Fi? What is Bluetooth? Are these spirits? And I'm like, I'm gonna need to sit down for this. I would like to, I got my coffee and I said, I'm going to join you guys on this conversation because I need to like see what's happening here. Just insert
Totally.
myself into a space. Like, what do people tell you? either people will tell you, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is a private conversation," which it wasn't. There was like a whole group of them talking in the common space, or they'll just get up and leave. So if you're afraid of either of those things, don't do what I did. But if you
Mhm.
are, feel safe with who you are and like confident in jumping into a conversation or like a joke, just do it. Someone may not laugh, but there may be a person, probably me, that's gonna laugh. Because people would always say, like, Lauren's just always laughing. I am always laughing. Even after I say things, I just like there's a little see it just happen.
Couldn't couldn't help it. You're one of my favorite laughs. Whenever I make you laugh, it always it
Uh-huh.
brings me a lot of joy because you laugh about the silliest things. Yeah,
I
you are
do.
a very easy laugh. It's nice.
Oh, man. And it is true. I do love a just a good chuckle, a good laugh. I It's funny, a lot of the things that have made me laugh to like cry laughter, I can't remember them like on the spot. I'd have to be end up in that space again
Yeah,
to do cry laughter. We have cried, laughed together over the
yeah.
dumbest things,
It just
but
feels
oh
so
man,
good.
it feels
Daddy's
so good.
Daddy's also an easy laugh. Our father
Oh
is a
yeah,
very easy laugh,
yes.
and I could pick up the phone. He'll be like, "Hey, sweetie," I'd be like, "Hey, what's up, Dave?" And he's done. It's
Yeah.
already over. We're
Mhm.
already laughing. It's just
Yeah.
so stupid, and that's
Yeah.
just so joyful because there's so much silly stuff to laugh at all the time.
Yes.
And I think that's part of that. Your story about joining this group and being like, "Oh, I'm going to be seated here for this conversation," is
Mhm.
similar to what we were talking about yesterday about like being able to humanity feels more promising and everyone
Mhm.
feels kinder and warmer when you just kind of step out and you're the one that bridges these gaps between people. Like
Yes.
around
Yeah.
my office, the way saying I'm making friends is like strong because a lot of people are genuinely just acquaintances that I might get coffee with sometime. But
Yeah.
the way I'm finding myself just like connecting to people, we meet, we have a little laugh, and suddenly we're talking like we've known each other. Like this is our
Yes.
fifth conversation. And I'm like,
Yeah.
when you're open with people and you're not afraid to just share your opinions, share how you're feeling. Oh, how are you doing? I don't know. This weather's really stressing me. I know, right? Like it's just
Yes.
nice and other people are longing for that space. So to
Mhm.
be the one to create it encourages other people to do the same. And then suddenly that person's at the grocery store later that day and they're talking to the person behind them in line. And it's
Right.
like a ripple effect of reminding people that you can in fact just make conversation with
Yeah.
anybody that's open to receiving it. And you sometimes have to test the boundary, but most of the time, people are down.
And most of the time, which is unfortunate, people are like, "I don't want all these people in my business." Like, it's not like you're calling the news and saying, "This happened to me." Like, nobody's in your business. This is a
No.
person like myself, I love to know other people's stories, their
Mhm.
journeys, how they got somewhere. I feel like it helps me understand them as a person and just getting to know people when you're
Mhm.
closed off to that and being open at least to like a piece of yourself, oh my God, a piece of yourself, I feel like you're really just blocking people who may need to come into your life to help you get
Mhm.
through something or bring you that glimpse of joy that you've been looking for probably in the wrong places. Like if you just open up
Mm.
just a little, even like you said, how it's like, how's the weather been? It's like, it's been so cloudy. I've been so depressed. Like it's the fact that the sun is coming out and it's like 60 something degrees right now. Can you feel the brand new day? Like, literally all of that. Look, I got so excited, I lost my headphone. But it's like
Just shoot out of your ears.
but it's just
Excited.
like things like that, like, people don't realize how many of our experiences are collective. A lot of them are not unique. A number of them may feel unique, but all many of them are not. All of us are feeling a lot of the same thing. We're living the same life. Like when talking about childhood, it's like I posted about those shoes I sent you and I put it on
Mhm.
Threads. And I said, "Does anybody else remember these?" And I sent them to my coworker too. She's like, "Yes, I had those." It's like, yeah, your experience may feel unique to you because you dealt with it alone and you went through it by yourself. But if you
Mhm.
start talking about it with others, this is how you make friends, by the way. If nobody knew, this is how you make
Some
friends. You
people
start
need it.
talking about it, and then you realize, like, oh my gosh, we had the same type of experience, entirely different places, but there's certain moments of our lives that aligned, and that does tie back into humanity. Like, we all just need to come together, you guys. We really do. Come on.
I could not agree more. And I think if you'll allow me to make a left,
Oh,
I'd like to
always.
make a left. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Turn the car.
I
Ah!
had to decide
Ah!
what felt like left to me. But this left turn is more so about the ways in which you might need to shift the way you handle things. And that, like, with all good intentions of handling things in a way that feels familiar, you might just be driving yourself in circles around the block
Mm,
because you're not willing to turn into a new road or ask somebody for directions.
mm,
And I think that what you said about connecting with people and you were like, this is how you make friends. I think sometimes people think that, oh, I don't need any new friends. And when I hear people say that, I understand it to an extent because I'm like, one, a good friendship takes a lot. It takes
mhm.
time, effort, maybe not a lot all the time, but it is, if you want to be a good friend, you got to put a good amount of stuff into it. And not everybody has that. Understood.
Yeah.
But not everyone needs to be a new friend or a new relationship in your life. You could just be hearing someone else's experience.
Yeah.
It could begin and end there, or even just sharing your experience with a new person. Like, you don't have to invest as this big anything into everything. You could just find new routes to, like, I don't know, I've been stressed lately. I think I just need to go read a book at a bar for a couple hours and see what happens. Maybe I chit chat with the bartender a little bit. Maybe I'm left alone. Maybe my waitress is really nice and she compliments my hair when I get there, and that makes me feel really warm because no one had complimented my hair. And I just kind of needed that pump up. And then I'm able to dive into my book because I'm just listening to the ambiance of the bar. And then I get home and I feel a little bit more relaxed than I did because I took a moment away from the wheel of things.
Yeah.
It's something new, it's something different. You get to interact with humanity, engage outside of yourself, outside of your brain. And, like, I think some people are really afraid to try new ways to cope with something because their previous coping methods have worked for so long. But as we change, the world changes, options change. Like, once you close yourself off to insert any new thing here, shut
Mhm.
it down. Like, shut it down because what are you
Yeah.
doing? You're just going to be in a cycle that you don't even really know you're in because you're just like, well, I trust myself. Sure. But there's so much else out there to explore.
Literally, you were saying that, like, saying driving around the block. I just imagine someone going to a playground and you're on the merry-go-round. It's like, I love the merry-go-round. I'm just going around on the merry-go-round. It's like, oh, but there's also the swings, there's the slide, there's all these other things that other people are playing on those. I like the merry-go-round. It's like somebody else might get on the merry-go-round too, but what about it's like, and you guys are cool. We're all on the merry-go-round, a few of us. But what about those people on the slide and the swings? What are they into? I'm also into that stuff. I also want to do that stuff. So why not just expand and stop going around in the same circle? Just go do something else. And
Mhm.
you never know. This is the joy of life, in my opinion. You never
Mhm.
know who you will come in contact with, who you will connect with, who will just brighten your spirit in the best way, a way that you were trying to figure out, what am I missing? Something's amiss here. And then you're like, I'm going to do what I usually do, which is read my book and go to a bar that I know, and or maybe a new one, a new place,
Mhm.
or just some cafe. Who knows? You just go somewhere that's new, the same. You just never know who's going to come in. Someone from who knows where, just moved
Who
here.
knows?
And they were looking for a friend. And they were like, "Hey, are you from around here?" It's like, "Yeah, I've lived here for 25 years." And it's like, "Oh, do you like it? I just moved here. Look at that." Now you have this whole conversation. It's like, "Well, I've been thinking of moving to blah blah blah. That's actually where I moved from." And like blah blah blah. Like, oh, and then you have a new friend. It's just like the connection. I just mm. Connection is
More.
more, as Jalen would
More.
say, more connection. It's just
Mhm.
incredible to meet new people in all stages of your life, because I still know people, I know close friends with people from a lifetime ago, but they're the only people that know about this part of my life that feels like it wasn't real. But I know it
Mhm.
was because I saw these people in my life that were there during that whole time. But now being in a whole new season of life, a whole new experiencing life with these I was going to say through heaven's eyes, through my
Yeah. Yeah,
through,
yeah.
through, through these eyes,
Mhm.
through this life where I am now, the conversations are different. However, they still do lock in with these previous friendships and these people that I've had in my life for years. And it's like the human connection is my absolute favorite thing. I love meeting new people, working with new
Mhm.
people, like finding out, working with more people that I didn't work with before. And we're just like, so I know your title, but like, wh- what do you do?
Who
What do
are
you do?
you?
What do you
Yeah.
do? Can we be friends? Please help me with this, but also let me know how I can help you. How can we work together to just build up, rise up, and, just be great human beings?
Alright,
We've done a lot of singing
oh,
today.
rain. It's always on my spirit. But I could,
Mm,
yeah, I agree 100%. I don't know that I always felt this way, but I think that might have been a stubbornness or like a fear of the world or an insecurity in myself that I
mm,
wasn't always eager to like connect with people or just like say a thing. But even Corey, like he's the reason I compliment people on the street because he's like, I'll be like, oh my God, I love that girl's coat. And he's like, say that. And this was like a few years ago. So now I'll
yeah.
say it. And it's
Mhm.
you can't be afraid to reach out to people, even if someone's like, this weird woman on the street complimented my coat. I didn't feel weird about it. Sorry you did, but I loved it.
Rarely has that happened. Has that
Rarely people
if
love
ever,
it.
people love it. Like that guy yesterday in that green suit. I was saying
Yes.
saying to our mother, I said, "Wow, look at that suit." The window was down when I said it. And the guy
Mhm.
could see me looking out the window. I was like, "Now I really have to say it." And it was, great suit. And he was like, but kept walking. You never like you never know what
Simple.
what he may have been thinking when he was at home in the mirror. He's like, gosh, this is a color I never worn before. I don't know how I feel about it. And then there's a random person on the street that says, that suit looks great. You're like, I'm sleeping in this. I'm wearing it everywhere I go. Like, you never know. But honestly, complimenting someone has never gone awry in my
No.
experience. When the
Yeah.
delivery is, you do it well and you don't sound condescending. I don't know how you would do
Yeah.
that
Or
giving a
like weird
compliment.
about it.
Don't be
Yeah.
weird about it. It's like not, and also prefacing, not to sound weird, don't say that. Just say the thing. Just say the compliment that you're meaning to give someone because you say don't, not to sound weird. It's like now it's
Suddenly it's
weird.
like, what are you about to say that's
What are you
gonna
what are you
sound
about to
weird to
say?
me?
Right. Or
People love it.
just say the thing. Direct communication is something I learned that is just like, oh my gosh. It is. It's tea. It's everything.
If saying the thing or direct communication, goodness forbid, is not something that's in someone's natural way of being,
Yeah.
I would implore everyone to just try to do it. I was
Just
gonna say
yeah.
it like at our big age, but it's literally at every age, and the earlier you can start to do it, the better because it's like a muscle you can flex and get more comfortable saying. And you you find the intentionality of finding the right words for the right moment, and the more you practice that, the more you can get into that groove. And I think
Mhm.
for me, that's a reminder in general of like, try something new. You're
Yeah.
never too anything to start doing something different. And I famously do not like to dance, but that's not even true is
Right.
the thing. I was
Mhm.
told that I couldn't dance because my name is Candace and they would spell it wrong and say can't dance. And then I couldn't dance, so they would call me can't dance. And it's deeply rooted in my bones. So I
That's
convinced
rude as
myself that I'm
hell.
not someone who can dance. And I'm not busting routines. I could if I practiced, but it's just like not my bag. But my fiance loves to dance. Man loves to dance. And he's
Mhm.
always talking about dance classes and stuff, but he knows that I won't go with him. And to an extent, he has not been wrong. It's been brought up. We did do a dance class I think when we were in Mexico, and it didn't go well. I was frustrated and I hated it and I felt embarrassed. But what I've learned now is it's just like a discomfort in my body I have to get more secure with that. But there was a point where I was like, I don't want to be someone who says no to experiences,
Yeah.
and especially a low stakes experience like dancing. Like
Yeah.
roller coasters, I love roller coasters. Some people don't like roller coasters. Fine, fine, fine. Feels dangerous, feels crazy. Dancing, we're about to be married in each other's lives until the end of them, fingers crossed. And suddenly, at this low age, we're deciding Candace doesn't do dancing. So if you want to go
So
dance, you go do that with somebody else.
that makes me
That
so
bums me
sad.
out, and I
That
think the full
makes
circle thing is like, "Oh,
yes.
I'm going through a hard time." It's like, "Oh, why don't you try journaling?" "Ah, journaling's never worked for me." "Why don't you try journaling?" "Why don't you try the thing?" It's like, I don't wanna go dancing. I don't like to dance." Like, you don't dance. I don't do karaoke. It's just I'm tired of saying no to things, and it feels so lame to continue to do it.
Yeah.
Try the thing, say the
Just do the
thing.
thing. Say the thing, do the thing. That's oh my gosh, it makes life so much more interesting,
It
especially it
does.
makes you more interesting as
It
well.
does.
But it makes you more interesting. It's like, you're having a conversation with someone and they bring up something, you're like, "Oh, well, I recently tried, a sushi making class." I didn't. That sounds like a lot of fun, but I
It is.
didn't. But, you say that, it's like, "Oh, yeah, I recently did a sushi making class." And then you all of a sudden have created an event for you and all your people to go to, an idea for someone else. Someone's always wanted to try sushi. Like, I just do the thing. Just do the thing. I know it's difficult because of money at times
Mhm.
to do the things and all the
Yeah.
things, but, like, if you have the
Time, energy.
time, energy, but what I found with the energy piece is
Mm.
that I will muster it up to do the thing. Like, if I mentally prepare, like, if something's happening tomorrow, the next week, or anything, I try to not put my mental state currently, like if I'm feeling kinda, to not put that on a future version of myself. Um,
Mhm.
because, it usually goes the other way where it's like, past me made a mistake. I shouldn't have done this.
Mhm.
So instead, I'm like, in this moment, how I feel right now, it couldn't very well not be how I feel 3 days from now or even a
Yeah.
week, a month from now. So you like mentally psych yourself up for like the event to do the thing that you never did with the people you don't really know. And you just go out there and be you.
Mhm.
Just do the just just do the
Just do
thing.
the thing.
Come
Just do the
on.
thing. Come on.
Come
Just do the
on.
thing.
Come on. Come
Come
on.
on. You can say.
You
Yeah, I love that. I was talking recently, one of my favorite comedians, Caleb Heron, on his podcast was talking about to his friend about screenless nights with friends.
Mm,
And just like there's so much to do, and my friends are in a real activity season. Like we recently had a wine tasting night where our friends like lined up cheeses and meats and like
love that.
pairings, and it was a whole thing. That's what we did the whole night. We're just trying different things, chit chatting, catching up. And
Yeah.
now that seems to be a theme. Like last night, we were talking about a hot wings party where we do like a hot ones kind of thing. And I'm just like, even
Mm,
like the sushi making party. And I think what I love about that is one, it's intentional time together. You're doing the active thing, so you're talking while you're doing the active thing, but also because you're not outsourcing it and saying like, "Let's all pay $150 to go to this cooking class together." It's like, no, no, let's buy the ingredients that are within reason. Let's buy the accoutrements that are within reason. You can ask other people who are coming. It's like, "Would you mind picking up cups? Would you mind picking up plates?" It's a low lift, and the biggest expenditure is time. The
yeah.
biggest expenditure is time and organization, but like even that isn't that deep if you don't want it to be that deep because it is up to you. And it's just such a nice thing to do. Like my friend Nico, at one point, he was like, "Can we just not go out to like dinner and drinks every time we hang out? Can we like do something?" So we went and painted pottery together. And it was
I
such a nice
love
time.
that.
Why
I
not? I
love
mean,
that.
that costs a little bit of money, obviously, and then you have to go pick up the things. So like do with that what you will.
But
But
then
like
but then
it's nice.
you have a thing that you did with your friend, and you look at whatever you made, and you're like, "Nico." You're
It's
like,
nice. It's
yeah.
nice, it's nice because we can eat, we can drink, whatever, but, like, there's more things out there to be done, and depending
I
on the
love
season, some
that.
people are in different seasons and what they're eating, they might have dietary restrictions or trying to eat better, and the invitation
Yeah.
to go spend a certain amount of money on food is like, "I don't wanna do that." Some people aren't drinking, they don't wanna drink on a weeknight or a weekend, it's like, we don't have to worry about any of that.
Let's do a thing. Like,
Let's just hang out, yeah.
right. Like, we could just hang out, yap. That's just really what we used to do, bring us back to
Mhm,
our children days, just like we would just listen to music and talk. Those have been,
mhm.
and now that I think about it, like the parties you and Tommy used to have, that's really, we were all just all hanging out. And yes, there was like people could drink whatever they want, but there was like some
Sure,
food, drink, but most of the time people were just talking.
yeah.
Rarely was there, unless someone like, some people you just need to be on your phone, you be recluse and whatever,
Sure, sure, sure.
but, most of the people were just talking and talking to so many different people, finding out what people do, what makes them laugh, what they do creatively. It's like, "What do you do for fun?" It's like, "I do jet skiing on the Hudson River." I didn't meet anybody that does that, but you never know what people are
Yeah.
doing. You can
That could
just
be you!
just talking to people and seeing, like,
Yeah.
so, it's like, what are you into? What do
What's
you
going on?
what are you into? And yeah, cooking, making things, a good cheese board, snacky
Hey,
time
now.
is just so great. And if you like make a playlist or, they have the ability now where you can have people add to a playlist.
Yes, yes, yes,
And like even
yes.
if it is your playlist and you just like you could text someone who's owning the playlist and then they update the playlist. Like you just have this friendship curated playlist for your time together. It's just so nice. I'm
So
very much looking
nice.
forward to it not being so daggum cold because it makes
Mhm,
me more motivated to leave the house. For one,
mhm.
I feel like it feels like it's like I haven't done anything in forever. It's like, well,
What
Lauren,
you
it
been doing?
snowed, it's been cold. At one point, it was like 9 degrees,
But
but
you've
now
also
this
been doing it in that
it's
weather.
it's true. I'm insane, but like the now that the sun is coming out, poor people me. More people wanna do the thing and just get out there and
Yeah.
do it. So now I feel like the sun is gonna be out longer. The days are longer, so you have that time increase. It now is the time to really start thinking about what do you wanna be out there doing and who do you wanna be out there doing it with?
Mhm.
People who
Exactly.
are, we wanna spend time. Just wanna spend time. I just want
Yeah.
time.
That's all I want. I'll also offer a tip in that spirit that my therapist gave me because I was telling her, I was like, "Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time, and people wanna spend time, but my calendar's with work and just life, I'm like, I don't have it, but I don't want them to feel like I don't wanna make time for them." And she's like, "You can be honest with people about your capacity. A good friend is okay with that." She's like,
It's
"So
true.
you can't," she's like, "If you can't schedule, like, a long hang with a friend during the week, you can tell them that and say, I really wanna see you, but I don't wanna squeeze you in, and in this moment, I would have to be squeezing you in, and I value our time together more than that. So let's look
Yes.
a little further down the line when we can really have, like, intentional time together." And if you explain yourself
Yeah.
what's going on, if you tell people what's going on without, like, granted, if you got a lot to say and you're in a safe space, word vomit out to the friends that will have it, but the gist that people want is like, I am thinking of you. I'm also thinking of, unfortunately, a million different things, but I wanna make sure that when we're together, I can put that away and I can just be with you, and I can't do that right now, but I can do it in 2 weeks. I can do that in the middle of April if you're free. It's like, just give people the full picture instead of being like, "I can't," or, like, leaving it
Yeah.
vague, like, there's no need to do that.
Yeah. I did that with my new friend,
Mm.
Jalen's friend's mom,
Nice.
where she invited me to a bingo thing last night, and I was initially thinking that I could do it after the fitting in our day in the city, but then in
Mhm.
my mind, I figured we would get back a little later and probably wouldn't be able to make it. So I did let her know it's like I won't be able to because I did previously tell her what we were doing that all
Yeah.
day. But I said, please keep me in mind for these things. Like I love this stuff. And like just made it clear it's like I do want to do this, but like how it would feel is like packing all of that into one day. I didn't want to do that. I wanted
No.
to do the thing, but not like stack, stack, stack. Like I don't do it with work. I'm not doing it personally either, even though there have been times, which we did do, where we went to an engagement party and then we went to a late night show for My Favorite Murder. That's different. To me,
That
I
was
don't know, that's
different.
different. Sometimes, like, I don't know.
That was the
We were
day.
and that was we were in the same space, Like I'd
Yeah,
be coming
yeah,
from the
yeah,
city, come back home, and then
yeah.
go do the event. But that was like in the same arena. Now in the city, to me, it's easy to like say I'm doing this during the day, and then I'm going to do
I'll go do
this.
this. Yeah,
Like we
yeah,
got our hair done, and then went to a birthday party, and
yeah.
it was
It's all just
great.
in the same
The
little,
same
yeah,
area,
yeah, 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 which is so much
but just
easier.
being open with people about like where I'm at with my capacity of like, can I do this today? You have to think about that. People who are compassionate and your friend, well, they will understand. So just be honest with people about what's going on,
Mhm.
why you may be saying no, and that you're open to doing something else with them. And also, I feel like telling someone that you don't want to squeeze them in means a lot too. Like
Yeah,
I want to capitalize on our time together. So I don't
100%.
want to squeeze you into like this 30 minutes, especially if I got something else afterwards or I had something before. I want to be mentally fully present for you and our time
Mhm.
together. So I'm not going to like, let me pencil you in. This is not an appointment. Okay. No, no.
Doesn't have to be
I
like this.
it doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't. I
No.
agree.
Yeah, make the space, make the time where you can, and be honest
Mhm.
about that.
Yes, yes. Thank
And
you.
don't assume that people know what you've got going on, because I think
That is
sometimes that can
unfortunately
happen.
oh my god, oh my
That
god.
can
Yeah.
happen wherein the way you respond to someone is highly reflect ooh, share your mug. Share
Oh,
this beautiful mug
can you see it, everybody?
if
It
if
says
you're looking.
mornings suck. And funny enough, I choose this mug every single day. Every day. My husband got it to pour me coffee. He saw it. He's like, ugh, mornings don't suck. I'm like, hey, that's my favorite mug. I would like to have my coffee in it. This was designed by our beautiful sister cousin friend, Tess Somerville. Her handle is Tess Armstrong Art. And she also partnered with someone to do a coloring book that we're in. But this mug is
Mhm.
my favorite mug. Says Morning Suck, usually for Halloween. But I just love I love this. I
It's
love
a great
using
mug.
things made by my people, and it really is a great mug.
It's
Quick
available for
plug.
purchase on her Etsy, Tess Armstrong Art Etsy. It's a great mug and
It
prints.
is.
She has beautiful prints. She's a very
Mhm.
talented artist. She did the artwork for my upcoming wedding invitations, and they're stunning. She's
Yes.
talented, beyond
Yes.
talented. We love her. Shout out
Quick
Tess.
plug. Sponsored by just kidding.
But
Mm,
you were saying when you sipped I was saying that
yes.
when you sometimes when you're overwhelmed, it's easy to assume that people know how overwhelmed you are if they know if they're close to you or if they know what you've got going on in your life. So when you respond to them about like, "Hey, do you want to do this? You think I've got time to do XYZ?" It's like, "I don't think anything.
I was just
Hey,
asking.
hey, I was just asking." It's like even the assumption when I invited you to Motown night and Corey was
My
like,
God.
"I don't think she'll be able to swing it." I was like, "I'm not going to assume that." Like you said,
Always
it's nice to
ask.
continue to be
Oh,
invited. Like
yes.
even if you don't know, it's like
Yes.
again, my friend Nico, he gets very busy during fashion week because of the nature of his job representing makeup artists.
Yep.
And I hit him up. I was like, I thought you might be busy right now, but I didn't know for sure. So I thought, let me just ask Nico how busy he is right now. And he had time for plans. He found time and it seemed like it worked. But like, always ask. And if you're being asked, don't assume that people know what you've got going on. And even if they say so, just like try to release it from an unbiased place of like, thank you for asking. I actually do have a lot on my plate right now, but I would love XYZ.
Even if you have discussed a difficult thing that you're going through with said person
Mm,
previously,
mm.
like going through nobody can know what you're dealing with on a daily basis except for you. So you may have told me
Oh.
something like a couple of weeks ago that you're dealing with something that's like entirely awful and everything like that. And like maybe we've checked in here and there, but maybe not. So I haven't heard anything, or so I'm just checking in. It's like I know you would love this, so I'm reaching out to you about it. I don't know how you're feeling in that moment. So
Mhm,
what you should say is like, "Hey, that thing we talked about like a couple weeks ago, I'm really still dealing with that, and I'm not really in a space to do whatever the thing is you're asking me to do."
mhm,
Now, if you are like a certain type of friend, maybe that friend is like, "Would it help if I pop by, or did you want to meet up somewhere? We can talk about it." Like you can shift your plans in any way. It's like maybe you reached out to this person inviting them to a thing. They're not up for it. It's like, well, what are you up for? Are you up for company? Are you up to do something
quick phone
else?
call, "Do you wanna talk?"
Do you want to talk? I'm happy to just talk to you, or just let me tell you, voice notes save lives. Okay, they save lives. You'd be like,
Yeah,
just a quick check in, like effective, direct communication. Like when we had our sister cousin friends weekend, and it had
mhm.
already been a long day after an amazing field day that Saran and her team put together. It
Hell
was
yeah,
great.
Saran Sankofa.
Shout out to Saran says. It's sister cousin friends day.
It is. It's International Women's Day.
It's- Happy birthday, Julie.
Yay.
So um
3rd place, 3rd place,
oh, another
Juliet Webb,
plug. Yeah, we were talking
3rd
about third
place.
spaces before. Third
Yes,
place in Philly.
a group for
Absolutely.
women connecting in person at events to meet new people and build those
Oh,
connections in Philadelphia, 3rd place, 3rd place. Look
there it
into
is.
it.
There.
Yes, yes.
Look into it. Yes. When after the field day, we were trying to
Mhm,
get our logistics together about when we're gonna hang out because we were just all together. Saran had just finished and everything. And we're just trying to like, what is the best way to communicate this? And I was like, I'm going to call her so we can talk through this. And I already had a feeling she was tired. It was a
mhm.
long day. She was there before we were and planning this entire thing. I was like, I already knew a lot of that. So I wanted to give her the space to let her know we love you and we'll understand and we'll see you tomorrow. Like, and if tonight is not the night and you want to like relax, do all that, that's fine. But I picked up the phone to call because what I found, it's like I was like holding my phone. I'm like,
Mhm.
texting this feels like poo. So I'm just like, I'm
Mhm.
like, this feels terrible. Hey,
Mhm.
if you wanna do this and blah, 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 because I feel like people infer tone all the time. Saran's
Fully, yeah.
typically not like that, but people will infer a tone.
Mhm.
That's why I just feel like pick up the old telephone. Sometimes I wish I had a landline to make it more
This
fun.
is I'm so sorry, I'm still dealing with my flooded apartment, but if you were free to jet ski down the Hudson next weekend, things might be a little better by then. I don't know, but
But I don't know, but thanks for checking in.
maybe.
But
Thanks for
maybe.
checking in.
Thanks
Yeah.
for checking in. It's just hearing the person you care about and like respond to you with their voice. You can visualize
Mhm.
telling them in person how they'll respond, their humor. You can pick up on that in the message and how they're really feeling. It's just voice notes are incredible.
They're
Bring
so
back the
fantastic.
landline.
Honestly, would
I
love
want a
it.
landline.
I just love to chit chat and like well thrice I'll mention my good pal Nico, but he said recently he's like he's getting back into phone calls because we wanted to
Yeah.
hang out. We didn't have the time. He's like, "Would you want to just talk on the phone?" So we did talk on the phone for like maybe an hour or two, an hour and a
Yeah.
half. We're just catching up. And you can do that. It feels novel sometimes, but oh, that Lobby Siffer song, Bless the Telephone. It's nice to hear your voice again. I've waited all day long, even wrote a song for you. Like he's like, it's
I
nice the way you say hello. It's nice the way you say my name. Like
Mhm.
it's just beautiful, which is why I value our time together so much because, like,
Yeah.
we chit chat all the time and we do have
Mhm.
miscommunications, we do have misunderstandings, but we've gotten so much better over the years of like bringing the thing up and talking the thing out. And it might take us longer sometimes than others, but like we've gotten to a point where we get to the point where it's like, hey, I didn't like the way you said that, or this made me feel this kind of way. But we like being able to talk it out. The years in which we were just cursing at each other and slamming doors, sometimes slamming people's fingers in doors, or scaring people from their closets. We've reached a good groove where we talk about our feels so much so that we're startled when other people don't want to. And it's like I
I
think
see,
that
yeah.
should always be the goal. That
What do
you
you
should be
mean?
so you should aspire to be so comfortable and open with expressing yourself in the spaces in which you exist most often that when people don't or they're not open to it, you're appalled and
Yeah,
disgusted.
yeah, yeah. There have been things where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna talk about this. I'm like, well, why wouldn't I? It's like we talk about literally everything else. It's like, why don't we talk about all of this? And I just bring it up, and I'm like, oh, I feel so much better. I feel so much better for like just speaking on it to one of my people, that knows
Mhm.
me,
Mhm.
or who thinks they know me. I'm just kidding.
Awkward. Interesting. Learning new things all the time.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah,
I did mean to tell you that,
yeah.
I love you.
Oh, it's always just so nice to hear. Tell people you love them, okay?
Yeah.
It's so nice. And, I love you too. I thought you should know.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me know.
Great.
Of course.
Excellent. Make sure you catch us next month for another episode of I Meant to Tell You.